What is up, guys? It's Cincinnati Hobby Hunter today with another video. What I'm going to be doing today is ripping mainly Bowman. I got a box of 2020, a hobby pack from Standard Hobby, 3 cellos, and randomly a 2019 update series pack. But I'm also going to be going over tips and tricks for when you're first getting into collecting, how to start your collection. These are kind of like the basic tips before you do anything. So I'm going to go over those while I'm ripping. In the background, I have a Jason Dominguez First Bowman Chrome, which I pulled myself out of a blaster, and a Jason Dominguez First Bowman First Edition that I bought off eBay. I didn't feel like ripping the packs, even though there was good rewards in there. 35 bucks was a little rich for just random paper cards. So I'm going to go through these while I'm also giving some tips. So once you decided, hey, I'm going to get into collecting, you probably already have a few things in mind. There's probably a certain team, certain player, or something that got you into collecting initially. Oh, Kirsten Hira. That'll be sleevable. But the first thing is to, sorry guys, pretty fire pull. P. Alonso, 2019. That is sick. Let's sleeve that up, then we'll get back into talking. Well, I can talk while I'm sleeving. So once you first decide, hey, I want to get into card collecting, most important thing is to decide your PC. PC is private, personal collection, or private collection, depending on who you talk to. So once you have decided your PC, you have to decide a little bit more. So me personally, I collect Yankees and I collect Bengals. And I collect Ohio State. So what you want to also do is kind of number that down. So that's a lot of money for collecting 3 different teams. So what you're going to do at that point in time is say, hey, I want to collect these certain players, or maybe this type of card. So for Bengals, currently my main collections are Burrow, Mixon, Green, Boyd, and Hubbard. Also, I'm really getting into potentially collecting some T. Higgins. I think he's a stud in the making. Which it may sound like, hey, that's several players. You said just a couple. Well, that's, what, 5 or 6 players on a team that has 22 starters. Now, by saying pick some players you want, I don't necessarily mean, hey, go after just those players and have nothing everyone else. I have probably a rookie auto of almost everyone on the Bengals. But here's the thing. Once you start getting into collecting, it gets expensive. So if you have a bunch of different players you want to collect for, not only is it going to be expensive to get all of them, but it's also going to limit what you have in those collections of them. So personally, what I recommend is that you pick a couple of your favorites off of a team and then start with them. You can always branch out. You can always change. Nothing has to stay the same. But just start that way. That way you can number it down and really focus on what you want at first. Also, PCs change. Don't be scared to change it up. So one of my big PCs was Dalton. I still collect Dalton, but I'm not really spending money on any Dalton cards right now. Why? Because Joe Burrow costs a crap ton. I have to limit what I'm going after. Also, I collect Ohio State, but I'm kind of limited in what I'm going after Ohio State-wise because the cost of some other PCs. And also, Yankees is an expensive PC to have too. Now, baseball, I have a little more in general. I mainly collect graded cards. But when it comes to it, I collect a little bit of everybody. When it comes to baseball cards, I'm more of what I can get a good deal on. So that's not always the best approach. Sorry sometimes if it sounds like I'm really close to the camera. Try to see when some of these Bowman players were drafted. See if it's worth noting. What was I saying? But yeah, you can have a general PC. It just helps when it comes to collecting. So once you start your PC, what I first recommend is maybe grabbing some of that player. So if you want to collect, let's say Joe Burrow. He's going to be a hot commodity this year. It can be expensive to go out and buy a bunch of packs and boxes and hope you get Joe Burrow. Not that getting a Joe Burrow won't be expensive when you just buy them, but when you're starting collecting, it's easy to get discouraged by ripping packs and not getting specifically who you want. So I recommend my first step to also collecting, once you've assigned your PC, to grab a couple of those PC cards. That way you can set them up on a shelf or set them up to display. And it kind of motivates you to keep going for your private collection, your personal collection. Because then you look over and you can see those. And if you rip a product and don't necessarily get something you want, you still have some in your private collection. So those are kind of some of my first tips. I'm not going to go over too many tips in this video. I'm going to break them down into several videos while I'm ripping packs. Those are some of the biggest recommendations. So my roommate Chris, who's also going to be on this channel, probably the next video will be his collection, the start of his collection. I've been kind of showing him a lot of these things we're talking about right now. So I just went through all of this advice I just gave him. But it can be, collecting can be overwhelming because there's a lot to it. There's a lot of good in the community and bad in the community, and it can be expensive. So those are just a couple of my tips for when you're first starting out. Maybe, oh! Spinning the Globe, Jason Dominguez out of the cello pack. I do not have this Spinning the Globe one, so very nice card to have. Even though the Bowman First Edition is the most expensive out of these, I gotta put the card I pulled on display. So, Dominguez, Chasing the Globe. Really good insert card there. So, for the rest of the video, I kind of just be talking a little bit, not as much on the tip side. But, weird fact too, I pulled Jason Dominguez Chrome, and I did not pull a paper. So I bought the paper for dirt cheap, but normally you'd have to buy the more expensive card. You pull the cheaper one. Nice Gavin Lux there. So there was a ton of decent rookies in here too. Gavin was in there. Bad example pack. But Bowman has also done on a lot of good rookies. So for example, like your Luis Roberts collectors who haven't had a ton of licensed products. He is coming out of this pack like crazy. Granted, it's just a rookie card. And a Bowman rookie is not the greatest, but still. For you people feeding for your Luis Roberts, he's there. Disappointing though. So the Jason Dominguez was awesome to get, but the main reason I ripped the cellos, I am looking for his camo, which is the cello exclusive. But really excited to get any Jason Dominguez I don't have. His stuff is stupid expensive, and I don't want to pay retail most of it. So at the end, also after this blaster box, I'm gonna be ripping that hobby pack too. So a lot of Bowman here. And guys, if you're not a baseball fan, I am just as diehard of, I'm probably more into football actually. But I really don't want to rip anything right now in football. So the 2020 stuff is super expensive, and 2019 stuff that I've been paying a low price for a while is super expensive too. So I have a hard time paying double, triple what I'm normally paying on it, just because it's, oh, Encarnacion, cool card. Just because the market's up. And I know it's up, but I can't pull myself to do it. So I'm going to rip in mainly baseball. My Joe Burrow out of 149. That was the one football hobby box I bought probably this whole year. And I bought it right before the market went up. Nico Horner. AJ Puck, solid too. Vargas isn't bad. First Bowman. Wander Franco. His second year, not his first Bowman, but still a nice card. CM Huff. That was a solid pack. Let's move Wander over. The top prospect in the nation right now. So this AL East has a ton of young guys. So let's not talk about, I'm not going to talk about the Yankees. I'm just going to mention Jason Dominguez. But you got Bo Bichette, who was really about to be my next mention. Vlad's a young talent. Wander Franco's a young talent. I just went blank. Baltimore Orioles, top pick last year. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. But the AL East has a lot of young talent. Let's see how the teams handle it, if they can build it and compete with the Yankees. Oh, nice first paper there too, Robert Paulson. I pulled his, oh, nice Robert Paulson theme pack. His first Bowman paper and his first Bowman Chrome. I also have his first Bowman camo that I may hold on to just to have a Robert Paulson set. We are, oh, one last pack from the blaster, and then one hobby pack. I couldn't figure out where the blaster pack went to. I thought we were straight to the hobby. So this blaster is decently solid. The Paulsons alone makes it pretty solid in my mind. Another Gavin Lux. That's a cool insert, but I pull it like crazy. But it is a cool insert. So our one hobby pack, you can tell it's hobby pack, because it has 10 cards. So your odds of pulling something short print's a little bit better. Odds of pulling an auto is a little bit better because there's one per box. Oh, I just revealed that. So GD Adele, which we pulled already. Let's slide our papers to the front. Not looking at any colors. And just 2 first Bowmans. Nobody too special. I'd say the best card of this opening was for sure the Jason Dominguez Spanning the Globe insert. Is it spanning or chasing? Spanning the Globe. Solid card. I think this is like a $30 card right now, maybe? It may be a little bit lower, but I'm pretty sure this is like a $25, $30 card. And in this opening, we spent a grand total of, let's see, 58 there, 60, about 75 bucks. So this card alone being about a third of that, and it being PC is really awesome. So, like I said, guys, those are some simple tips while ripping some cards. I'm going to be releasing more tips videos, more top 10s, more hunting too. So what I think a lot of channels don't do that I want to do is they show like ripping cards, but they don't show the process. So I'm going to try to record myself going to some LCSs, doing some local deals, maybe some local trades. Also buying and reselling some stuff, whether it be hobby cards or not, to go into my hobby, to go into my collection. And also, if you follow me for video games, I'm still video game hunting, but between COVID-19 and my work schedule, it's making it really hard. And plus, people are paying outrageous prices for games now. And like as soon as I post, it goes. So I'm still doing that. So don't be discouraged and unsubscribe or stop watching the videos. It's just a whole lot harder at this point in time. And that's saying something compared to sports cards, which is really hard hobby right now too. But if you guys have any tips you want me to go over, or any recommendations you want to see, also comment below. If you can enjoy these videos, smash that thumbs up button for me. And if you enjoy this and want to come on this ride with us, make sure to subscribe, guys. But besides that, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay ripping. Have a good one, guys.